I think that its tuning range is a lot broader. I'll have to look at the inductors and capacitors, but I think the tuning range is much broader than on the Palstar than it is on the MFJ.
All right. Well, you have to look at the schematic of the 976 there on the balance line tuner there and see what you think. It's totally different design.
So how's everything else? Are you fishing? Planning on fishing anytime soon?
Maybe. I still got some work to do. I got to put in a new hatch cover in the lazarette, and one of my generator tacks for the tack is not working. That's not a big deal. As long as I got one engine, I can figure it out. But basically, I was going to go through some of the hydraulics on the shifting and throttles. I got to clean up those. That's a big job. I've never done it since '94 when I bought the boat. So there's a few things that need to be done. They're not really fishing much right now. Guys are looking around here. They're looking in Monterey. So guys are looking, but they're not finding anything yet.
Yeah, I'm not hearing much locally about any real activity in fishing these days. There's nothing really running right now but squid or anything, bait or anything.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. But anyway, just trying to take care of all of my other business. There's a few things I need to still work on. Yeah, well, I'm just so tired of that boat that it's hard for me to get down there and get to work on it.
It's a different road. It's amazing, the road's bigger, but it seems like there's more traffic on it.
I'm self-employed. I'm the owner-operator. I have no employees, and it's just a bit of work to take care of all the paperwork and all the other stuff, and do all the repairs and do all that stuff. And I've been doing it since '94, and it's been a lot of work.
Oh yeah, people just owning a boat, just the boat maintenance alone. Forget all the other equipment and ancillary stuff that you got going. That's there's a lot of humping, man. There's a lot of wrenching and broken, painful knuckles, and
Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate. There hasn't been a lot going on with that boat. It's just so many things I've added, all the solar and the wind and all the radios and the sonar and all that stuff that needs to be maintained and changed from time to time and upgrade. And, it just takes a lot of money. And it's all right. It takes money to make money.
It's going to take a lot more money to make a little more money.
Well, the price is good. I mean, at $1,200 a ton, come on. You get 30 ton, or you get 50, 60, 100 ton a week. That's a lot of money. And that's $200 a ton.
Yeah, that's nice. But your fuel cost, what's fuel now? I wonder, is it $6, $7 in the harbor?
Well, it's usually 40 cents less a gallon than at the stations there, so I'm not sure. It's probably 6, I imagine. The upper village there, Montecito, I don't know if it was super or whatever, I saw $7.49.
That's crazy. So the things that your boat needs, though, are going to be a lot more expensive here pretty quick.
Yeah, you can't get 5200 adhesive anymore. The California's getting rid of that, I guess, because of the Vox or something. I don't know, but there's some things that are disappearing. The Chandler, the West Marine, they're having a hard time keeping up with inventory. Just like hose clamps and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that are getting scarce, but pretty good inventory of everything.
Wait a minute, you can't get RTV 5200 anymore?
Well, they banned it for California.
Oh my God, stab me in the head with a freaking fork. That stuff is the most incredible sealant that was ever manufactured by, the good Lord Jesus Christ himself must have come up with that formula. That stuff is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that stuff's pretty permanent, I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't know why. There's still a few tubes here and there, but it's getting pretty expensive. Then I think they got the 4200, the quick dry, whatever, but that stuff's not quite as good.
Yeah, they're taking all the good stuff away from us. It's like, we're not feeding it to, we're not feeding it to little babies. Oh well. Well, that's actually sad. I like that stuff. Huh? Well, oh man, if you get a good clean space, it's a good adhesive. Anyway, I'm just really worried about everything because it's, everything is going to go up, right? So I don't know, it's going to spiral out of control.
Yeah, I was supposed to make an offer on a whole bunch of stainless steel fittings. One of the West Marines went out of business or something, so they sent all those containers with 50 of those boxes that you open up and all the stainless in there and stuff. So they shipped it to the store, and they don't know what to do with it. So I was going to make an offer on a bunch of that, and I think Dave K70UI wanted them. So, but boy, I kind of lost contact with them, and I don't know what to make an offer on all that stuff. There's probably a couple $100 there.
This is like nuts and bolts, or just davits, or what is it?
Yeah, nuts and bolts and screws.
Good marine stainless. Yeah, I can always use good. You don't need to use it for marine. You can use it for your patio furniture, and it'll last forever.
Yeah, I got a pretty good supply. I was always hitting them up for the stuff that fell on the ground. They're too lazy to put it back in the bin, so they just fill up a gallon jug, and then I'd ask, you say, well, I'll buy that for $20 or something, and so I get like 10, 20 pounds for $20 or something, but I don't know if they're going to do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't need a lot of screws, although I have a friend that has a big bolt company down in LA, and of course when I was working on my boat back in the day, I had a really great source for stainless steel hardware.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I think I don't know if it's 3 or 4. I kind of doubt it's 316. It just says TAT on the top of them, and I have to look. I don't know if I have any in the shack here, but I don't think it's the 316 stuff.
Well, I'm going to jump out of here for the night, go grab an armload of firewood and head in. Good evening, guys. KB6LZW.
Hey, good night, Dennis. Sorry I didn't get to say hi to you, so hi and good night.
All right, we'll see you later, Dennis. I just got another alert from Space Weather. Let's see, X-ray data, ghost satellite. I know there was a big corona hole earlier this morning, so we'll see what happens here. See you later, Dennis. N6RTE. Can you guys give me a signal report? You're about a 5.7 down here in Santa Barbara. Audio's just a little bit muffled, but very readable.
Yeah, this is Ken, Kilo, Germany 6, Japan, Mexico, Japan. Give me a little bit of audio, just tell me your name, your location, and I'll give you a fair report.
Yeah, this is Mark from up here in Independence, California. Up 390. listening, just put some new isolator on the C5RV wire and just trying to get it, make sure it's tuning and counting all right.
Well, Mike, you 10 dB over S9. However, that's the good news. The bad news is the noise for me is about right there. Just to give you an idea, Alex is about 50 dB, 40 dB over S9, but you still have a respectable 10. Anyway, good evening and welcome.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. And, at least my wire is only about 25 feet in the air, so I got it kind of going north and south. So, yeah, that's cool. At least I'm getting out. Yeah, you're doing a fine job. How much power are you running? I'm running 100. Yeah, so I'm running about 300, and for this band, 300 is probably a good amount to start with. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, so that's kind of just getting started here, trying to figure out what to get and what to buy, as far as amps and stuff. I'm just running a 12-volt mobile amp, so not a big deal, but my antenna is, I got a delta loop up, the feed point's up really tall, but it's about 270 feet of wire, so it makes a difference with a balance line tuner. But yeah, just remember the antenna is the most important part, and height.
Hey, sorry guys. Hey Alex, I'm going to step away for about 20 minutes, but I will be back. KG6JMJ.
So that's cool. All right, Ken. You sound really good up here in Independence. You're getting over the hills real good. You're 25 over. All right. Well, just think about the antenna before an amplifier. Gotcha. All right, cool. Thanks. 7-3 you guys. N6RTE. All right, I'm going to go down to 5 watts and give you an idea. All right. All right, there's 5 watts from Santa Barbara. KD6BIS in Santa Barbara. His name here is Alex. Yeah, you're 5.9 right there. Still good audio. Yeah, you were still 5.9 up here, Alex, N6M. Hey, David. Yeah. So the antenna is what makes all the difference. If you have the space and you can do it, a lot of the guys that do very well run full wave loops here. Yeah, I think I got the space up here, so yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. Appreciate that. All right, very good. Have a great evening up there in Independence. You guys too. Have a good one down there. What's up, David? Oh, I'm just loading up my program for the contest this weekend. See what kind of weird stuff I can reel in out there around the world. All right, fill me in. What contest is it? The CQ Worldwide Prefix Contest. And the exchange for it is just the readability and strength RS, and then the contact number, 01 and up as you go. And it's one of the busier ones. Oh, didn't we have a big one like 2 or 3 weeks ago? Yeah, that one was the ARRL Worldwide DX. Yeah, this is the CQ WPX World World Prefix Contest. So a lot of the people that went on vacation and do those de-expeditions and stuff, they try to stay and hang out after, so they get 2 contests for one flight. Okay. Yeah, I hear a lot of guys went down to South America to do it. Yeah, they were amazing. A lot of those guys on, and I got a lot of them on even 80 meters the one night, which surprised me. All the way down, into Chile and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll probably hang out on where they can't go on 17. I got it figured out. Can't put the amp on top of the tuner. Figure that one out tonight.
So that's where the problem was, huh? Just too close proximity. It was leaking in there.
Yeah, I never did it before, but I don't know. There's something strange going on in the shack here, so I noticed when I was working on the tuner and resoldering something, and I got done, and it was on its side, and the amp was separated. It wasn't doing anything. And then, so I put the amp back together, the cover back on, and the amp was still kind of far away. It worked good, and then I put the amp on top, boom. It wouldn't do it.
Well, at least you know what it is now. I just talked to somebody recent. Jonathan was having trouble. He moved one piece of equipment, I think it was, and he hadn't been having problems. But once he moved it away, somebody, maybe it wasn't Jonathan, and all of a sudden the problem, it hadn't been an issue, then it was, and they moved the one piece of equipment and it cured it.
Wow. You know, I lost one leg on the feed point there. We had about 30 hours of 60 and better mile-an-hour winds, and 30 hours it just eventually broke off the ladder lock.
Now that was that previous one, or this is just a new issue?
It happened, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. I would say it was a more recent issue than the problems I've been having.
Yeah, because I was thinking when that one leg came down and you had to get it back up there again, that was last year.
I don't know if it happened last year. I know that it came out of the palm tree last year, the one leg, but the actual, on the Delta, the actual wire broke off in the wind a couple days ago.
Yeah, when that tree came down up the hill, it stuffed the wire right into the ground, and even though I had, the pulley with the weight on the one side and they had the snubber on the other one, it still broke it right at the junction where the insulator was, where the feed line, 600 ohm soldered in on one side only, but that was enough to bring it down. And that's the only problem I've had with it. And fortunately, I was able to gather up enough to bring the two ends together without pulling it down out of the just lowering two of the three pulleys and solder back together and run her back up. So maybe I'm good for another however many years, 4 or 5 years again.
Yeah, I use that ladder lock, and then I use 3 different sizes of shrink tube. The skinny one just for for tension, and then it goes in the hole, and then I make a little turn into it, and then I'm using I guess it's a butt connector that shrinks, and then that goes into the ladder lock, and then I use that what is that glue? I had some in here, and then I glue the heck out of it. I guess I didn't glue the other one very well last time, because it broke right where it went into the ladder lock. But this time I gooped the heck out of it, and goop 2. Yeah, that's what I've been using. That stuff's great. And then I had to get it back up again in a hurry because it was windy, and I didn't want the wires to get tangled because I got 3 or 4 trees in between my feed point, my corners there. So anyhow, now my fan's on in the radio. It's been coming on a lot lately. Anyway, so and then I brought it back down yesterday and re-glued it and put it back up again. And then today, since I was having trouble, I brought it back down again, down 120 feet on the feed line point, and cut off 2 feet to see if that did anything, and adjusted the length of the keep it tight here and there. Moved that over, and it still did it. So anyway, it's going, oh crap. And so I opened up the tuner, and there's a little tab in there that goes on the shaft that the roller inductor's on that slides back and forth. I noticed that was, and there's a piece that got loose, unsoldered there again. So anyway, cleaned that all up, put the deoxit in there, and it worked perfect until I put the tuner back on. So I got an RF issue there.
Bummer. It's always something, isn't it?
Yeah, I got really tired of working on that antenna, but the hard part was getting the wire back on again after I lost some wire, because then it's all tangled in the trees, you know. It's not, usually when I lay it down, it lays right on top of the tree branches, and it's just perfect, and I can get to the feed point, you know, pull down the ladder line and move it around a little bit. But when it breaks like that, it's, you know, it's crazy. I have to get the bow and arrow and shoot a line back over and pull another line through, and because there's just so many trees in between.
Yep, and so a little job turns into an all-day job.
It was an all-day job. Or half a day. I had to wait for the wind to stop.
So does that come blowing from the ocean or out to the ocean?
Yeah, out to the ocean. We get that north wind, and does it get windy? It comes right down that Montecito Peak, because I'm right against the mountain there, and it's 3,000 feet. So the mountain range runs east and west here, so it just comes straight down, and boy, does it get windy. Alaska's coming in really good tonight. Talked to him on 17 meters earlier, Jerry there, and then he came on. And he came up on here, and they had a net going on 3922. And talked to Darlene real quick, and they were busy. They get a lot of check-ins in Alaska. And then they moved up to 3933, but I didn't go up there. But yeah, Jerry came by, KL2YV there. And he was on for about half an hour tonight.
Yeah, sorry I missed him.
Well, I'm getting a lot of stuff on my phone tonight.
Yeah, just yesterday I started getting a new rash of stuff. Business loan spam as text. And I don't answer them or anything, but once they started, I think now, I got my first one yesterday morning. I've had 4 of them now so far.
Yeah, I just got 2 space weather alerts in the last 10 minutes here. So, let's see. Something's going on here. Solar flares. There was a big hole. I don't know. There's a C-class, 5.86, and an M1, another M14. Big Corona hole right now, big one. Mass ejection. I don't know how to read the protons, and boy, the far side. Looking at it, wow, there's a really bright spot on the side there, on the back side, just on the edge. So I haven't looked at QRZ yet, but something's going on.
Yeah, it could make or break that contest depending on what kind of noise and energy it's going to send this way. The activity with the holes is good for the DX, but not if we get one of those solar storms with bombardment, all those particles, and the noise level will just wipe it out. And yeah, that would be a bad weekend for it.
Okay, so the Corona hole's okay, huh?
Well, by itself, that may not be an issue. In fact, there was something I read about one of the holes that said that's when the marking that first appearance of a few holes as the start of the new cycle for the new solar cycle.
Let me grab my other phone here somewhere and see what QRZ looks like. You can't really judge much of anything on there, but you can kind of get an idea what how many sunspots there are. SFI, 44 sunspots, A9, K3. Usually I was told the BZ is supposed to be the minus number, and it's way up to an 18.9. I've never seen that. And I don't know what else to say here. I don't believe any of the HF conditions that's like worldwide has nothing to do with us. I don't think. And that's about all I look at. Solar flare probability is 66%. That's pretty high.
Well, like I say, if it doesn't kill us with noise, keep an eye on 10 meters. That might be a really nice big opening on 10 and 15 and 12.
I just have that Chinese radio. I don't know if I can tune 10 now. If I move the amplifier over, might be able to retune 10 and use the amp. Otherwise, I just got that little Chinese 50-watt radio with a 5-volt Yagi, so that'll probably be fine. Yagi's only up like 25 feet. It doesn't perform very well for 10 meters. Anyway, K86BIS. What time does that start, David?
Zulu time, so whatever. Tomorrow night, I don't know now if the time jumped around what we're at, either 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock local time, runs 48 hours, so I usually find, catch a little bit of 20 right as it's getting dark, move to 40 for an hour or so, 2 maybe, and then just drop by 80 and then see if anything's on 160, and then I quit, and then the next day, I might check it at, 9 or 10 in the morning, and then last time 10 meters was already open. It had been open for several hours, which I didn't think it would be. So I bounced between 10 and followed it up to 15, and then 20, and I was only on for about 2 hours Saturday, mid-morning, like say 10 to noon. And then I came in that evening and did that same sequence of catching the last little bit of 15 as it was getting late in the day, 20 till it got dark and 40 came alive, then 40, 80, and finished on 160. So I worked about 4 hours on Friday night, 2 hours on Saturday, about 3 hours on Saturday night, and then I checked it just in the middle of the afternoon on Sunday before it wrapped up, and the Japanese were coming in on 20 real good, so I worked a few of those. And, I don't just set through the whole thing, but I definitely check it at different times of the day to see what's in. And 10 and 15 were both topping like crazy, both days, more Saturday than Sunday, but a lot of people will be on there that normally aren't on there.
So, what do you do? You give them your location, and then a number, like your number. Some guys are up to like 3,000 or something, but I would be like number 5 or something after I talk to 5 people.
Yeah, and so to keep track of it when you're not running any kind of log or anything, just throw down a sheet of paper, and when you talk to the first guy, just put 01 and 02, and then if you come back 2 or 3 hours later and work somebody else, give them, 4 or 5, whatever, and they'll be giving you a number. Those high numbers are usually multi-operator contest stations, so they'll have one radio on each band with a separate operator, and those are the guys that are trying to win the thing. And before it's all over, yeah, they're up in the thousands.
Yeah, there's a guy in Santa Barbara does really good, I think, for single operator. He usually comes in second or third or something, sometimes first. He's pretty hot, I guess, if he's that good on these contests.
They'll do one band, one operator, and they're out to win for just, say, 10 meters, because they know if they won't be open at night, so they won't stay up for it. They just try to get as many 10 contacts as they can during the daylight hours, and then they'll turn in their log just for that. And it's surprising, some of those guys win with a fairly low score just because of the limited activity.
I thought I heard somebody else. And what about the power? So if I can go to like 12 volt solar, but they count that too as how much power you're running if you're running commercial or non-commercial?
No, they don't do that like the field day type contest where there's separate categories for that. It's just if you were to turn in your log to compete for some kind of prize, they do have they have low power under 200 watts or some, and high power over 200 watts, and all the way up to legal limit. And so if you're not turning in a log, that's not even an issue or anything that's related. Just 5905 or whatever, 59 number 15, and that's it. It's kind of boring, but every once in a while you run across somebody and then it's like you can sit and BS about how they're doing and what unusual country or rare DX they might have stumbled on, and they'll maybe even tell you, I just worked Brunei down about 20 kcs, you ought to give it a try, that kind of thing.
Yeah, POB Lake Elsinore, go ahead. Sounds good here. Driving it a little bit hard, I guess, but yeah, doing a good job here. I don't know, S9 in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, it almost hit S9 all the way up here, 60 miles north of San Francisco. Yeah, public utility district. Yeah, you can hear the dogs barking in the background, so it must be doing pretty good.
Or the television. You just have a lot of background noise there. All right, sounds good. David, KD6BIS over here. Well, anyway, it sounds like you'll have fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but right before dark, talking to Fairbanks there, so on 17, and he was S9 plus, so who knows what the band's going to do.
last few times those guys have been in there, they haven't been that loud. I mean, we've been able to work them, but they weren't really rocking the S meter or anything. So that's good that they were so loud. You could hear more than one station in the net. So anyway, who else is on tonight?